Good afternoon, class 11 students. We will continue in biology again with the 8th chapter, Cell, the Unit of Life. So we will continue with this chapter, and in this chapter, children, if you remember, in video 2 we had studied about the cell and its compartments, the two types of organelles found in flowers. We had studied about the prokaryotic cell. We had studied about the structure found in bacterial cells. We had studied about the cell envelopes, about the cell wall, about glycocalyx, flagella and pili, gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria and the differences between them, etc. And today we continue in video 3 with the cytoplasmic membrane. And in cytoplasmic membrane we see immediately beneath the cell wall is a thin membrane called the cytoplasmic membrane or the plasma membrane. Chemically, it is composed of double-layered phospholipid and protein molecules. So, children, for that, let us look at this diagram, and we will see here very clearly what I am talking about, that chemically it is composed of a double-layered phospholipid and the protein molecules, and the prokaryotic membrane. We see here the prokaryotic membrane is characterized by the absence of sterols. There is a resistance of these organisms to antibiotics, we see. And the cytoplasmic membrane is center of the multifarious activities of the cell. The enzymes of various metabolic pathways, they are located in the cytoplasmic membrane that you can see here. The cytoplasmic membrane also controls the entry of organic and inorganic nutrients in the cell. What are the cytoplasm and the cytoplasmic inclusions? We see that the bacterial cytoplasm, it contains a chromatic area and some other inclusions. The cell is devoid of cell organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, centrosome and Golgi bodies. But we have other organelles like the mesosome. These are extensions of the plasma membrane and are in the form of vesicles, they are in the form of tubules, and they are in the form of lamellae. Then we see there, we find the nuclear material or the nucleoid here in the bacterial cell. It occupies a position near the center of the cell and is attached to the mesosome cytoplasmic membrane system. Then we see the ribosomes are seen here. As you can see in the diagram, that several ribosomes are seen. Here are the ribosomes, and these are densely packed throughout the cytoplasm. These ribosomes are densely packed. And our DNA protein particles, these ribosomes are sites of protein synthesis. Bacterial ribosomes are of 70 Sweetberg type. Each ribosome is made up of two subunits, the 50 Sweetberg and 30 Sweetberg. Then we see the photosynthetic lamellae. If you see here, these are the photosynthetic lamellae, and in photosynthetic bacteria, the photosynthetic apparatus of the lamellae, they contain the pigments and enzymes for the photosynthesis phosphorylation of the light reaction, but they are devoid of enzymes associated with the dark reaction. Then let us look at the plasmids. If you see here, you see here the plasmid. I am talking of the bacterial cells, also contain some extra chromosomal heredity determinants which are either independent of the bacterial chromosome or are integrated into it. Lederberg in 1952, he coined the term plastids that are found. Then we see there are other cytoplasmic inclusions, children, in the prokaryotic cell, and different kinds of chemical substances, they accumulate and form granules, globules in the cytoplasm, and these are inclusion bodies. Example, some species of sulfur bacteria, they accumulate large amounts of sulfur which appears as globules within cytoplasm. Then we see the gas vacuoles, they are found in the blue, green and purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Then we see in eukaryotic cells, in the eukaryotic cells, which can be seen here, the U means true and karyon means the nucleus. So in these cells, the eukaryotic cells, the characteristics of all organisms other than the bacteria and cyanobacteria is complicated in morphology, and the cytoplasm, it contains many membrane bound organelles and non-membrane bound organelles too. The DNA is located in the chromosomes, and nucleus has a distinct nuclear envelope. So this marks the eukaryotic cell. Then we see there are differences between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells, which can be seen here on page number 356, children. And we see the cell size is 1 to 2 or into 1 to 4 mu m, and the cell size in eukaryotic cell is more than 5 mu m in diameter. Then we see the cell wall in the prokaryotic cell are present, and these are made of peptoglycan, whereas in the eukaryotic cell we see that the cell wall is absent in the animal cell, but the cell wall is present in the plant cell. Then we see in cytoplasmic organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies and lysosomes, mitochondria, chloroplasts, they are absent in the prokaryotic cells. Whereas we see that all these organelles are present in the eukaryotic cell, and the chloroplast is present in the plant cells. Then we see in the prokaryotic cells, the genetic material is circular, the DNA is lying naked in the cytoplasm. Whereas in the eukaryotic cells, the linear DNA associated with proteins and RNA to form chromosomes. We see in the prokaryotic cells, the flagella are simple, lacking microtubules, and we see that in the eukaryotic cells, they are complex with 9+2 arrangement of microtubules. You can see this arrangement here. I will show you the 9+2 arrangement of the microtubules can be seen here. If you look at this diagram, this is the 9 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are there here, and these fibrils also have 2 in the middle. So the complex arrangement is 9 plus 2 arrangement of the microtubules in the eukaryotic cells. Then we see that that the nucleus in the prokaryotic cell, is organized. Nucleus is absent in the prokaryotic cell. Instead, a nucleoid is found in the prokaryotic cell, whereas in the eukaryotic cell we see an organized nucleus is present. Now let's see in the prokaryotic cell, the protein synthesis occurs in the cytoplasm. The protein synthesis occurs in the cytoplasm, whereas in the eukaryotic cell, that we can see here, that the cytoplasm, the protein synthesis takes place in the cytoplasm, mitochondria, and in the plastids. Then we see in prokaryotic cell. In the prokaryotic cell, the cytoplasm does not show cytosis, whereas in the eukaryotic cells, the cytoplasm shows cytosis. Then we see in the prokaryotic cells, the ribosomes are 70S type, whereas in the eukaryotic cells, we see the ribosomes are the 80 Sweetberg type, except mitochondria and plastids. Then we see in the prokaryotic cells, the gametes not formed, since sexual reproduction and meiosis are absent in the prokaryotic cell, whereas in the eukaryotic cell we see that the gametes are formed either directly or through meiosis, as sexual reproduction is found in the life cycle. Then let us see, children, the differences between the plant and the animal cells on page number 357 that we find here. In the plant cell, it contains the cell wall, which is present, but in animal cell it's absent. In plant cell we see it is large in size, whereas in animal cell we see it is smaller in size. Then in plant cell we see that the cells cannot change its shape, but animal cells, they can change their shape. In the plant cells, the plastids are present, whereas in animal cell they are absent. Then in plant cells we have large vacuoles with cell sap, but they are absent in the animal cell. Then we see that the centrioles are absent except in lower plants, but they are present in the animal cells. Then we see that the nucleus is pushed onto one side due to the central vacuole. The nucleus is pushed towards one side in the plant cell, whereas we see that the nucleus usually lies in the center of the animal cell. Then we see that the nucleus is elliptical here in the plant cell, whereas we see that the nucleus is rounded in the animal cell. Then we see in the plant cell the mitochondria are fewer in number, but in the animal cell we see that the mitochondria are numerous in number. Then in the 10th difference we see Golgi apparatus, and these consist of number of distinct or unconnected units called the dictyosomes in the Golgi apparatus, whereas we see in the animal cells the Golgi apparatus is either located or it consists of a well connected single complex. Then we see that the lysosomes are absent in plant cell, but lysosomes are present in animal cells. Then we see that glyoxysomes may be present in plant cells, but they are absent in animal cells. Then we see reserve food starch and fat may be present in plant cells, but the reserve food and glycogen and fat may be present in animal cell. Then we see that adjacent cells may be connected by plasmodesmata in the plant cells, but we see that the adjacent cells are connected through a number of cell junctions. Then we see in plant cells the cytokinesis is by cell plate, whereas in animal cells the cytokinesis is by cleavage. So these are some of the differences between the plant cells and the animal cells, children. Then let us see some size and shapes of different cells, children. The size and the shapes of different cells. Let us have a look one by one, children, at them. We see that there is a great variety in size and form and structure and function of the cells. They range in size from several centimeters in diameter. Example, in ostrich egg, the cell which is about 176 millimeter in diameter to 0.0001 millimeter, that is in mycoplasma and some minute bacteria. Then we see that nerve cells are found in mammals and they attain length of more than a meter. Then we see fibers of certain plants may attain a length of several centimeters. Then children, we see the other cells also, like streptococcus. These are spherical shaped chains of cells in bacteria. Then we see bacillus or the rod shaped cells. We see vibro or the comma shaped cells. Then we see spirillum or the coil cells. Then we see, children, the rectangular kind of cells in B. Then in C we see the elliptical kind of cells. Then D we see amoeba, irregular shaped cells. In E we see round and biconcave cells like the RBCs. In F, children, we see the amoeboid cells. In G figure we see the branched and long nerve cells. Then in H we see spindle shaped cells. These are of plants. And I, elongated cells. These are also found in plants. In J we see long and narrow cells or columnar cells. And in K we see the mesophyll cells which are round and oval. So the shape of cells is much variable and they may be of any form and may change their shapes according to the position and functional adaptation. The cells of unicellular forms, such as in diatoms or amoebae, leukocytes and bacteria, they have many shapes, and those of multicellular organisms show still further variations. They may be disc-like or they may be polygonal, columnar, cuboid, thread-like or even irregular shaped cells like here. Then we see in this stem and veins of leaf, which are elongated structures. The cells too are elongated, as we can see here, particularly the conducting cells are the elongated type. So today children, we will conclude this video here, and in the next video we will start with the explanation of cell membrane and the details of different organelles that are found in the cell. So children, wish you all the best. Have a good day. Thank you.